Hey, look, a non-tournament legal deck that was used at a legal tournament. Anyways, today we have the 2023 World Championship deck, Psychic Elegance, which was at Yokohama. So just a quick disclaimer before I get digging in too deep. I'm not a professional player by any means. I am a collector. That's what I do. I don't even play the TCG that much. It has been a while since I was actively playing. I collect. That's what this video is about. It's just for fun. Not that it really matters, because if you wanted to buy this to use it, you couldn't use it at tournament level anyways, so just like we've seen before, they include a little booklet in here from the event, which honestly is one of those things that's like, I think it's worth it to buy these, one of these decks just for this, if you're into the, competitive levels, because, just images and stuff from the event, you got to see all of, like, the tournament brackets, you have things on all of the contestants, well, maybe not all of them, but pretty much all of them. But, like, it's just a really cool little, memorabilia piece to have, I suppose. And a little Pikachu with some ramen. But, of course, they pack in some other goodies inside as well. So, let's try, at least, to pop that thing open. And I guess first things first, we have a playmat here. Which, oh, wait, actually, yeah, it is a playmat. So on one side, it's actually a poster for the tournament, Yokohama, Japan, 2023. You got a little Tatsugiri on there, a lot of them. Bombardier up there, of course, all of your starters with Pikachu. Yeah, not a bad looking thing. And then you have a upside down playmat. So next, take this piece of plastic out. This looks like, so first off, a code card for this thing. It says it's World Championship items, so I assume it just comes with, like, like the deck box and stuff for the TCG. I don't think it comes with the cards. But we have both of the Gardevoir EXs here, of course, with the World Champ signature on there. And yeah, well, the player signature. I actually don't know how this guy placed. But we have our Gardevoirs. Let me go ahead and look real quick. He got real far. So if you look here in the Masters bracket, you have Mr. Tord, that's who this deck is from, against Vance Kelly. Vance Kelly won. So, real close. Anyways, next we have the coin, which honestly is just, like, very unique for these Pokemon coins, that it has actual, like, color to it. It almost, I don't know, I don't know how I'd describe how they did this. It feels like this thing was, like, printed onto the background and then etched out. I don't know. I don't know how these things work. But really, really unique coin for these year's championship decks. Then we have a pin from the championship. And actually, this is pretty thick. Like, compared to the usual Pokemon pins, this thing has some, like, heft to it. Like, it's a pretty heavy little pin. Neat. And finally, we have the deck itself. And I just love the way that they handle the deck boxes for these, like the artwork for them. It just looks so cool. Of course, depending on what deck you do, this will be a different color. And the whole reason that I picked to do this one over the others is because I think this looks really cool in gold. It is just like, the elegance is very fitting for the way that this deck box looks. But we're gonna open this thing up, and yeah, they even, like, decorate, like, to that extent. It's pretty cool. Yeah, the entirety of the inside is just that black gold repeating pattern. Well, it's actually a dark brown, but close enough. Oh, it's not the entirety of the inside. Oh, maybe? No, it is. It's just kind of hard to tell without much light getting in there. That does go all the way down. There we go. Now you can kind of see it. It goes all the way down to the bottom. Anyways, of course, all of these cards are going to have this backing to them. And they're all going to have that signature. We have the Reversal Energy, bunch of Psychic Energies. The Forest Seal Stone, I knew some people could get some use out of it. Palpad, Lost Vacuum, the Super Rods, Fog Crystal. 3 Ultra Balls, makes sense. We have 3 Rare Candies, 4 Level Balls. What is the point of Level Balls again? Search your deck for Pokemon with 90 HP or less, reveal it and put it in your hand. Okay, so still just like deck fetching. A lot of that in this deck. It seems like that's a standard for Pokemon, though. Battle VIP Pass. Right, that's one you can only use on your first turn. Which I get it. You know, you're gonna have to put 4 in your deck if you're gonna be able to get use out of it. But it just seems, I don't know, as a casual player, like this card just screams, "Nah, I'm good." We have the Collapsed Stadium, Professor's Research, so you always have to have it. Only 2, though. Yeah, Boss's Orders, always have to have it. Again, only 2. But just so much deck shuffling in here. Again, we have Lono for more deck shuffling. Each player shuffles their hand and puts it onto the bottom of their deck. If either player puts any cards on the bottom of their deck in this way, each player draws a card for each of their remaining prize cards. 3 of that. Then we have Mana Fee. Prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. So I assume that it's pretty meta to swing at the bench currently. We have Mew, of course. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your active spot, you may look at the top 6 cards of your deck, reveal an item card you find there, and put it into your hand. So really useful. So yeah, he could literally just use that to get the deck shuffling cards and just fly through, get a setup done real fast. Of course, we have Zacian V, the Radiant Greninja. I've seen him used in some other decks as well. We have Luminion V, Cresselia, 3 Ralts, and then a different Ralts. What's the purpose of the one change? I guess it's just the able to have 4. Because their attacks are similar, but what do they actually do? Switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, and this one is choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon. No, I should mention that I'm dyslexic. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks. During your opponent's next turn, that Pokemon can't use that attack. Okay, so that's interesting, although I doubt that you'd actually be using it unless you had to. We have 4 Curlias, again, with one being a bit different. I think it's just so they can get to Gardevoir as easy as possible. That's my guess. Refinement. You must discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. So just more deck shuffling. Then we have another standard Curlia, and finally, we have 2 Gardevoirs. So, yeah, this deck is very heavy on just, from what I can guess, just by looking at what's inside, just a hard rush to get all the way to, Gardevoir EX as fast as possible. So much deck shuffling in there, so much deck searching. And then, you know, you have 4 of the pre-evolution cards, you know, from different sets. So that way you can have 4. So basically saying, screw what they can actually do. We just need to get it to Gardevoir or Gardevoir EX as soon as possible. But again, I'm not an expert. I'm just guessing. But however this deck works, it clearly did work out, as he went really far. But that is everything that came inside, so now it is time for the bonus card of the day, explanation right down there. And our bonus card today, it is, I've mentioned this before, that there were 2 of these that I bought in these dark sleeves. And they're still just interesting to me, the weird tinted sleeve. But we're going to, and it is double sleeved obviously, so we're going to take it out of both of them. And wow, this one is beat up. Good God, this is going to have to be a stamped card, I'm calling it now, because the stamped cards are the ones I'm most willing to go for beat up cards. Although, I'm usually okay with going for beat up ones as long as it's not like too egregious, but this one is not too great. And a lot of black spots all over the back of it. Bunch of whitening there at the bottom, bunch at the top. I'm just going to throw a guess out there that this is an old boy. I'm just going to throw it out and say this is 2000. Like, for it to be this beat up, we have 2007. But it was a stamped card, so my original guess was correct. I kind of went back on that there. We have a Raichu with the Power Keeper's stamp. Even the holo effect is, like, super faded. You can tell that it does have a holo effect. It's just not a very strong one these days. It has not stood the test of time very well. But, okay, not a bad looking little, stamped card. I've got to get my cards organized. I have so many stamped cards that are not in my stamped card binder yet, and they have got to get in there. Like, surely by now it has, like, doubled in size. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider giving it a like, subscribe to the channel, all of that. I'm gonna have I guess this random video today linked on screen, along with a playlist of all of my Pokemon videos. I really do hope that you guys have enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see all of you guys next time. Goodbye for now.